I'd like to just say a few song titles within my story, because one thing that I know is that love certainly moves in mysterious ways. My heart goes out to all the people that have given their stories tonight. I don't know whether I'm more lucky or less lucky in the fact that I wasn't in my 20s when I realised that something was going to be different. I wasn't in my 30s. In fact, I was in my mid-40s, just a couple of years ago, of course. I'd been, if you like, conditioned at school, convent school, paid for by mummy and daddy, only daughter, in fact, only child. My mother used to get confused between my name and the dog of the family. Gay just didn't exist. Homosexual was never mentioned. And I grew up wanting to be a mum, a wife, a housekeeper, a cook, and just look after the man in my life. At 18, my wish became my dream, and I got pregnant. At 19, it all went wrong when my husband died. So that was one. Number 2 came and went, and 2 more children. And then number 3. So 3 husbands, 3 children. And I can now say I've also got 3 gorgeous grandchildren. But I only want one thing. And I realised this, as I say, when I was in my 40s. I needed a change, because although I'd had good marriages, I was the one that went out looking for the affairs. I was the one that didn't have exactly what I needed at home. I came up to Aberdeen, and a work colleague of mine was leaving. I'd known her for about 5 years, but just knew her for a cup of coffee. And she asked me to go and join them on her leaving night. Living outside of Aberdeen, this was something that I didn't do very often, and she said, "Oh, stay at my place." Very kind, I think I will. So as I was getting ready to go out that night, bedroom, bathroom, bathroom, bedroom, I turned around and said, "You don't mind if I just go with my undies one room to the other?" And she looked at me and smiled and said, "As long as you don't mind that I'm a lesbian." Oh, lesbian? I'm in a lesbian house. What do I do? What do I say? Do I put a dressing gown on or something? That would be rude. That would mean that she was going to attack me or ravage me. So I stood there in my undies and carried on with the makeup. And we went out and had a great night. So great that I didn't know Aberdeen very well, and I won't go into the drugs bit. Anyway, back at the flat, I'd been told that I could sleep on the pull-down sofa bed, but we both had a few drinks, and trying to get the sofa bed down, you've had a few drinks, is just a waste of time. So, "You can sleep in my bed with me," she said. So I thought, okay, maybe this is something I've been waiting for and looking for. Got into bed, and within a few minutes, I had one of the most passionate kisses in my life. My stomach churned. It was soft. It was delicate, with passion. And then she turned over. And I lay there. And I lay there. And nothing happened. She went to sleep. For 5 months, we were good friends. Bestest friends. A friend that I could open up to, tell her everything that I wanted to say. All the worries that I've had for all these years, I could turn and say. So, like every good friend does, she took me to the pub, the club, and I said, "No S's there, because you're in Aberdeen, I think Caberfe's been mentioned, we can say that, because it no longer exists. And then the other song comes to mind. So I didn't know I was looking for love. So, only 9 months before, I'd married the 3rd husband, and now I was a lesbian. I knew that because after 5 months, did it. It was good. But I didn't want a part-time lover. I wanted my girlfriend. I had no mum to tell her that I was gay. My dad, well, I lost him when I lost my mum. And it never tells you in the magazines how to tell your daughters that you're gay. So one by one, I had to go and see them. The first one, the youngest, who'd actually been to the gay clubs with me, when I said that we were getting together as partners. About time, Mum. You're made for one another. The middle daughter had been to Canada when all this started and came back, went to pick her up, got her in the car, went to the local park, had a chat, turned around. What do I expect from her? I don't know, well, we came on if that's what you want. I didn't expect, Mum, a muff diver. Didn't expect that from you, Mum. 2 out of 3. The third one, my eldest. She was okay with it. You can't get, she was okay. So it's the friends that surprised me, the relatives that surprised me, the ones that you think, they'll be fine with this. Haven't spoken to them since the day I told them. My aunt, who's a churchgoer, Christian, phones me virtually every week. You're still our Kath, you're still the same girl, we'll always love you. Some said it was my hormones. Some said it was my age. But that was 10 years ago. See, I only said a couple of years. And when we met, there was no way we could have got married. And on the bus, sorry the way I say it, but that's what we say when it's, buzz. We were organising who's coming to the day wedding and who's going to be invited to the evening. Because now we can get married. I love you, Paula.